This week we are going to be covering week 4 of our Wikipedia assignment. So let's start, as always, from our Canvas page or whatever page you're on when you open your browser. And we're going to go to dashboard.wiki.edu. It's already here. Again, you'll just have this one option, the history of sociological theory. We're going to click on it. If you scroll down on your home page, it should tell you the active week. And you can also go to timeline. So we are on week 4. This week, we're going to have a training on how to add to an article and an exercise. So let's go through that. So under week 4, we're going to go to adding citations. So we're going to review here what makes a good source, how to start gathering good sources for our article, and how to add a citation to an article. So we're going to go through. So this is just an explanation as to why it's important to have reliable sources on your page. Again, things that you should be familiar with as a sociology student. And this is going to be a how-to on how to add a references section for your article. So I'm going to just skip forward through all of these. Feel free to read through them, but don't get overwhelmed because there is a tutorial. So we're going to launch this citing sources tutorial and work through that together. So let's practice citing a source. We'll start by posting a draft of the beginning of an article. In this case, about hermit crab. So we'll just click OK. Citation needed. This information comes from a scientific journal article. This one. Enter edit mode and let's cite it. Okay, so let's go to edit. We're going to add a citation at the end of the first sentence. So position your cursor at the end of the first sentence right after the period. Okay, positioned. And then click cite up here. So we're going to click cite. It says we can automatically add the journal article with either the URL or the DOI. And if it was a book, you could add the ISBN. So we're going to make it easy. I'm going to copy this link and we're going to paste it in here. Paste. And I'm going to click enter. And it generates our citation, which is pretty neat. And then once you've inserted the citation, publish the changes. So again, we're going to go to Publish Changes. I added the citation, Edit Summary, and Publish. Remember that the changes to articles are intended for readers, while the Edit Summary is mainly for other editors. So we're going to go to Insert. We've inserted this. Now Publish Changes. So we're going to say added citation. It was a minor edit. We're going to publish our changes. Did it work? You should have a nicely formatted citation now. If something went wrong, try it again. So let's see. We have an inline citation. So we have our one, and it is connected to this citation down here. So that looks pretty good. So we're going to click Move On. Feel free to try it again. So reusing a source. You'll often want to cite the same source more than once. So enter edit mode and try it. So again, we're going to go here. Enter edit mode, and we're going to reuse the same citation to cite the last sentence. So this time, position your cursor after the last sentence, positioned, and then click Cite. And then the reuse option should be right here. I'm going to move this. We're going to reuse this one. We're going to click that. And once we've done that, we're going to click Publish Changes. We're going to say added citation. I'm going to say that's a minor edit. And we're going to publish our changes. And did reusing the citation work? It did. So we have 2 citations, one here and one here. Perfect. So we're going to move on. Now let's create the references section. By convention, the citation footnotes go in their own section at the end of the article. Enter edit mode to create this section. So we're going to click Edit. Make a references header. So add the word references. We're going to add the word ref references. Its own line at the end of the article. Oh, at the end of the article. Let's do that above this page then, yeah? Okay, let's try that. References. In the toolbar, select heading from the list of formatting options, changing it from paragraph or a subheading. Okay, we're going to go to heading. Ooh, that looks pretty good. Perfect. Starting to resemble a Wikipedia page. Should. Now the option Add Ref List opens. So to add the ref list, we're going to position the cursor on a new line beneath the references header. So we're going to enter, oops, is that right? You run into some issues, don't worry. Play around with it, you're not going to break it. Obviously, I have to work around with it too, but that's just fine. So position the cursor on a new line beneath the references header. Done. Click Insert and then Template. So Insert, Template, and we're going to type in ref list. And we're going to click the first option. We're going to click Insert. And then we have generated from ref list. And we're going to publish our changes. We're going to say we added reference list and publish changes. And you can see that we've made a references page that we can now edit. Pretty neat. Perfect. Okay, so we have finished. Now we're going to return to training. Again, you can do this as many times as you like. Take your time, revisit it, get comfortable with it. You can also add a citation with Wikicode. Again, I don't recommend this method unless you're really comfortable with coding, but feel free to work through this. You add another tool into your toolbox, so to speak, and that's entirely up to you. And then that's it. So you can play around with that tutorial, and then we're going to come back to week 4, and then we're going to go to our exercise. So you've selected a few possible topics, and now it's time to familiarize yourself with Wikipedia by adding a citation to one of those articles. So we're going to click Start. So first review one of your selected sources and the text of your article. So at this point, you should have chosen what article you were going to edit and at least a source. So you should know that there are at least 3 to 5 sources that speak about your topic, and have one of them on hand for this. And we're going to determine a place in our article where the source could help support a statement. Make sure the information you're adding isn't already covered in the article, and then if it is, check if the existing statement cites a source. And then if not, you can add yours. And if you can't find an unclaimed statement, try adding 1 to 2 sentences to go along with your source, as you learned in adding citations training. On the next page, there is if you're creating a new article, you can completely ignore that. Nobody will be creating a brand new article for this course. We will be expanding an existing article. So you can just pass on by, go to OK. Please note that this exercise is your assignment that will be due this week. So it says here that adding to an article is due February 5th. So as before, we're going to go back to our Canvas tab. You're going to go to your course, and you're going to click on assignments. And then you'll find the assignment. So adding to an article, again, due February 5th at 11:59, 5 points like before. You're going to click on that. And just like it said in the exercise, what you're going to do here is you're going to review the selected source and the text of your article. You're going to determine in the place in the article where you could put one of your 3 sources that you've already identified to help support a statement in your article. And if you can't find any unclaimed statement, or there's barely any sentences to begin with, add a couple and cite them, as you learned in the adding citations training. For this assignment, you do not have to submit anything. We can track the changes you make on the Wiki Education dashboard. So it is due. You should do it by the due date. However, for this one, you do not have to submit anything on Canvas. And that will do it for this week. If you have any questions, as always, please let me know. See you next week.